it's Nisha. So today I wanted to show you how I cover or make my eye bags look better. So my eye bags are not huge, but I do have them. I have that, you know, big ring under my eyes, and you don't want to mix bags with dark circles. Dark circles are just really dark areas under your eyes. Bags is like excessive skin, you know, like puffiness. That's what bags are, and they can be hereditary. They could be to do with your age, you know. It's the fat pads under your eyes keeps drooping down, slipping, and that gives you like this sausage under your eye. Just a little disclaimer, I'm not a makeup artist. You don't have to do it the way I do it. You don't have to agree with it. This is just how I deal with them. First of all, very important thing is to look after the skin under your eyes. And I use 3 or 4 different eye creams. I'm not going to go into it. If you want to see my skincare routine, I think I have a couple of videos linked in the description box, so you can go there and watch that video and see exactly what I use and how I use it. But this is just purely, you know, how I try to make my bags appear better with makeup, with concealers and correctors. So let's get started. Okay, so as you can see, when I put my head down, you can see the bags. Obviously my bags are not as bad as some people have, but I still have them. The first thing you need to do is to color correct. So a lot of people will have very dark under eye area. I have darkness here in the corners of my eye and a bit here. If you just slap on really light concealer hoping that you're gonna cover it, you are not. All you are doing is making that area looking ashy and as if you had a bruise. You cannot cover darkness with something really light. You have to color correct it first. And this sort of greeny, bluey, dark circles, you have to correct with something peachy. I have here the Giorgio Armani Master Corrector in number 2. You can get number 1 as well, which is more pink, which is more brightening. The orangey, peachy ones are more color correcting. So I love this one because it's got this really fine brush, so you can apply it where you need it, and also it's very fluid. You know, like you get the color correctors in pots, and I find them a bit too thick and I always get too much product. So I really love this one. It's very thin in consistency, so it doesn't cake up, but is very high in pigment, so it covers. So I just put it really where I need it. You don't use corrector like a concealer that you just smother all over your eye. Just where you have, just where you have the darkness. Okay, so you can see it there, and I just lightly pat it in with my finger. Don't know if you can see the difference. You can still see the bluiness here, but that's really covered it. So that's all I would do. If you have more darkness under your eye everywhere, then you put it everywhere, but very lightly. So I forgot to tell you first of all that I don't put foundation under my eye. I do sometimes if I'm using very thin consistency foundation, but if it's something more full coverage, like today I've got Marc Jacobs Remarkable Foundation. If I put foundation and then all the concealers, you get too much under your eye. I then take a concealer that is not brightening, that is not really white, is sort of the color of my foundation, maybe tiny bit lighter or even the same color as my foundation. And my favorite is, and it has been for a long time, the Naked Decay Naked Skin Concealer, and mine is in medium light neutral. So that I use almost to even out the skin now as almost like a foundation, okay? So I will put a bit of that just under my eye on my bag area. And I will pat it in with my finger or with beauty blender, it's up to you. I like doing this with my finger because the warmth of your finger helps the concealer to melt into the skin. Okay, so as you can see, it's not much lighter than my foundation, because I will show you in a minute, if you put something just without anything light on your bag, that's when you are going to emphasize the bag. Now I'm going to highlight and brighten this area. And for this I'm using Bourjoic CC eye cream, which is like a CC concealer, but I also like Maybelline Rewind, no, Age Rewind, the eye one, you know, with a sponge. I like Maybelline concealers as well. So a lot of people make a mistake to put just the light concealer just on a bag, and remember this light shade rule, you know, if you make something brighter, lighter, shiny, you bring it forward. If you make it darker, you hide it. So if you put something really, really light just on your bag just going to stand out. So how I apply this, as you can see, this is much lighter. I apply it from the corner in like a V, but you see I apply this under my bag. Can you see my bag now? So I apply it here. Then I usually take a little beauty blender, and you want it to be pretty dry, I mean damp but not very wet. Mine is a bit wet still. And what I do, I start sponging it in, but as you can see I'm going mostly under my bag and then with whatever is left, should have clipped in my hair, whatever is left I go right under my eye. So that way you draw attention to the whole area, not just the bag. Once you've done that, you need to set it, because again, this is a bit shiny now, and if things are shiny, again, they will pop out at you. So you need to mattify it. I've been really, really loving the Kat Von D translucent powder. It is not completely, sorry, I had to zoom out a bit because I think I was going out of focus. This is not completely white, which I like. I find the white powder is too white, but also it's very, very brightening. So I take it on a brush. This is e.l.f. Blush brush, but I've always used it for under my eyes. I take a bit of powder, tap it off, and I really, really press it. And again, I press most of it under my bag, so I don't put too much powder right under my eye. I go all over my eye and always concentrate here the most. And here you are. I don't know if you can see the difference. The problem is with the lighting is a bit overexposing, so things always look better. Maybe now when I turn it down, you can see the difference. I can't really see it in a viewfinder. So now let me show you on the other eye. If I didn't do the color correcting, I've just gone with a really light concealer just on my bag. I've got here Kat Von D Locket, and this is L7 Warm, so it's light 7. I chose that one because I see that's what people do a lot of times, take really, really light concealer and slap it right on a bag. So I just put it on my bag. So you see how light that is. And I've taken far too much. Okay, so if you just do that, first of all, I don't know if you can see the blueness here. looks even more ashy now because you can't cover it with anything. It's so much darker than the actual concealer. You have to color correct it. The next thing, I think I really emphasized my bag, because I just put the light color here so you see where that finishes and the different color starts. Plus I think it looks a bit silly, and if I don't set it, it's quite shiny as well. I just think it looks odd. This looks much more natural and somewhat makes the bag look better. I get so many questions saying, you know, I've got these huge bags, how do I hide them? You can never hide them completely. You can make them look better. And there are people that have really big excessive skin hanging under your eyes, and unfortunately you can't really hide it. It's only surgery will help with that. So, and obviously when I'm there, I will try to find a solution, but obviously I can only tell you how I deal with my bags, which are not huge, but I do have them. So this is how I conceal my bags and brighten my under eye area. I hope you found it helpful. Thank you so much for watching, and I see you soon. Bye.